What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ed0626 here, bringing you some They Shall Not Pass DLC for Battlefield 1. I recently just got the Premium Pass. I don't know what took me so long to get it, but now I'm able to play all future DLC maps 2 weeks early and play them in general. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very pleased about that because I'm able to bring you guys more content. Quite frankly, I thought the base maps were starting to become quite bland and not bland, but I guess quite boring because the rotation is always the same, and I hate that. So yeah, so like when you play the same maps over and over again, you kind of get bored of them. So I'm happy that these maps have been included into the game because I think this brings some much needed variety. Overall, I really like this map pack. I would say I love it if there were some aspects of it that that didn't bug me as much, because there are some aspects about this that do bug me. For instance, I'm playing Verdun Heights right now. This was actually the first game I think I played. My problem with Verdun Heights is, and this has happened to me more times on this map than I think of any other, I feel like once your team is pushed back, there was no way that you could even attempt to break out. Like I said, in this game in particular, we were pushed back all the way to our E flag, and there were times where I think we even lost the E flag. My squad mates that I was with, who I don't even know, they were just randoms, blueberries. They constantly. I couldn't spawn on them because there wasn't a point to. I mean, not only did they keep dying because the enemy was that deep, they were balls deep into our spawn. It was just no point because I wouldn't be moving anywhere to a better position anyway, because I knew that once we got this taken, we were screwed. So that's just me. What other dislikes? I'm gonna start with the dislikes first because I have a few of those. Dislikes. Actually, going back to what I said about the spawns and stuff, the same thing also occurs on Fort de Vaux, in my opinion. Like I said, there have been times where it's happened to me, and there are times where it's happened with me, against me, and with me. In Fort de Vaux, I do like it. It reminds me of Locker. I don't know what people were thinking when it said it reminds them of Metro as well. I mean, there are some Metro aspects, but I consider it to be more of a Locker look. And both maps are good. It's just that playing on them is a pain in the ass. Like I said, once you lose all the flags, you're fucked. Yeah, I had a game where I was playing against a team and they were completely pushed back into their own spawn. All flags were taken. They couldn't break out. And I'm sure it was very frustrating for them. I mean, it wasn't frustrating for me because I got payback for a couple games for that type of bullshit. So I was happy. Other aspects. The assault tank I'm not a fan of. And I consider it to be too easily handled. And by that I mean if I move it, it will continue to move even though I've stopped. And I don't like that aspect. It makes me lose my aim when I'm in first person mode. It doesn't help me at all. Another thing I hate about the assault tank is the cannon. The cannon, I know it's like supposed to be some sort of field cannon put into a tank, but it's so fucking weak. It's baffling how weak it is and how slow it travels. Well, it's not slow. It actually has no range to it. I shot a tank where I thought it would hit it, and then I ended up like being a couple feet short. So I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm pretty sure on any other tank that probably would have hit. So I think the assault tank has a range issue as well as a movement issue. Like I said, it's quite frustrating to move the fucking thing, especially on maps like this, Soissons, where it's a big hill, and if you want to move down the hill, you will not stop moving down, and it really is a pain in my ass. The weapon, the other aspects, the weapon challenges to get the weapons. I've gotten one weapon as of now of me recording this video. For all I know, who knows when this gets uploaded, that may change. But the weapon I have right now is the RSC or RCS. I think it's RSC. It's not the. I think I got both RSCs actually. Now that I think about it, did I? Huh. I gotta figure this out. I mean, I don't even remember if I got both RSCs or not. Actually, no, I did. I did get both RSC weapons, and I'm quite pleased about it. I think it's the infantry or the factory or whatever it is, and I think it's one with the optical. So I got both versions. Excuse me for that mistake. I haven't really used it. I've only used it once, and I haven't really played enough with it to get a feel for what the gun is like. I think this is when I actually got it. Yep, that's when I actually got the gun. I'm actually currently in the process of unlocking the assault weapons now, which is the shotgun and the Ribbe roll. I'm telling you this right now, the Ribbe rolls challenges are fucking AIDS. Absolute AIDS. 50 kills with a Automatico trench or factory, whatever version it was a pain. I have to say, the gun handles horribly. I don't like the handling of the gun. I prefer the Storm version. I think that's the best version. I also don't like the sight that version of the Automatico for the assignment gives you. So it was a real pain with that one. The optical, oh my god, the MP18 optical challenge is complete fucking AIDS. I can't tell you how much I dislike it. Don't get me wrong, the challenges are a good idea. I'd rather earn the challenges than have to pay for them. Makes me feel like I accomplished something, and I like the fact that Battlefield included that. But and I like the fact that they are using some guns that you would probably not normally use, but at the same time, a lot of these guns are awful that they chose. The trench fighter, or whatever it is, the trench shotgun for the Shogun inertial shotgun has no range to it and is weak as fuck even at close range. I can't tell you how frustrated I was playing with that thing. It was absolutely horrible. And the slug, I'm not a fan of the slug. I prefer the what is it? Fuck, I forgot the name of the shotgun, but you know which one I'm using. It has that really overpowered hunter version that even if it's nerfed, it's still fantastic. Yeah. Other than that, I really haven't played much more of it. I mean, I haven't really, how do I say, I haven't even been in the Char 2C yet, actually. Char 2C is something I have to work on getting into. I think my team got it once or twice, but I just never got the opportunity to get into it. What else, though? Now I get into my likes. Now, my likes are obviously a lot easier than my dislikes. I will say this much. The maps overall are beautiful. By far, these are probably some of the better looking maps that they have in the game. Fort de Vaux is fantastic looking. Verdun Heights is beautiful. The burning forest in the background, I took a picture of it and posted it on Twitter just to show you people the beauty of that map. The flames and the trees and shit are probably one of the most beautiful pictures of any video game I've ever seen. Honestly, and I honestly mean that. Soissons is a good map. I really do enjoy the look of it. I enjoy how the map plays out. I think out of all those, Soissons and Rupture, I personally think play the best. Although I do prefer Rupture slightly more because the maps are a lot more spaced out. By the way, that's going to be an intro clip at some point. I know I included it in this, but god damn it, never fuck with a man in his sweeper because I got a fucking quad out of that. That's going to be another future intro clip, so you'll see that again. Anyway, yeah, so I think out of my favorite maps, like I said, Rupture is by far my favorite looking map. I also like the way it plays. I also think this map plays the best out of all of them. Like I said, Soissons plays okay, but I think the maps are too. I don't think they're spaced out enough. I quite frankly think Soissons is too small for a 4-on-4 tank, 4 versus 4 tanks. which is how many tanks on each side, not including the Char 2C, which is the behemoth on that map. So my issue with that, there's a Char 2C in the background, you can see, but yeah, my issue with that is just I'm not a fan of the being constantly berated by tanks all the time. I'm really not. So I guess that goes into a dislike, but at the same time, I mean, you can't blame me. Another thing that people in the Battlefield community have been discussing, that at the time of me making this commentary, is the grenade spam. When I watched that X Factor video, I thought he was a bit crazy at first, but now I think after day 2 of me playing the DLC, which was actually I think it was the day or two after he made the video, I understood what he was talking about. The grenade spam is just too much in this game. It's been too much forever. I thought the gas spam was bad. The gas spam is nothing compared to the actual overall grenade spam. They've included so many grenades in this game that it's just impossible to maneuver around. I feel like it feels like dodgeball. Now the people who are in contact with the DICE developers, whether it's in LA or what was the other one, Sweden, something like that. Is it Sweden or Switzerland? I don't know. I think it's one of those. They say they're currently in the process of fixing that, but we'll see what happens. Either way, I love this DLC. I very much enjoyed playing it, despite the few aspects I dislike. But either way, even when those aspects happened to me, I was still enjoying playing the DLC. I quite frankly think that this DLC is going to set the tone for the future ones that come. I believe the next DLC, from what I'm hearing, is going to be the Russian DLC, which is what I'm really looking forward to. I don't think the Eastern Front of World War I gets enough credit for this type of thing. So, I also want to include this, especially on Rupture. I forgot to mention, on Rupture, I love the trenches. I think this map probably has the most trenches out of all of them. I love them. I love the fact that the actual trenches are becoming more and more of a factor into the game, which is something I think, even though that was completely what World War I was about, I like the fact that these have a bunch of trenches, so I'm having fun with that. Anyway, that's pretty much my entire thoughts on the game. If I find anything else I want to talk about, I'll let you guys know. Either way, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave a like, leave your thoughts on the DLC if you have it down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.